When it comes to those subjects, okay, remember donde está la tiza en español, okay? What does yo mean? I, when you're talking about yourself, okay? What is tú?
You, informal, like you would talk to a friend.
Muy bien, so informal, friend, the familiar form, okay, whatever you call it, okay? Let's do this one first. What is usted?
You would like talking to a teacher.
Muy bien, so it's the formal, so someone older, a teacher, a stranger, etc. And then of course, what is él? He and she. So él is he, ella is she. Okay? We put them in the same box, remember, because the ending, the verb ending is identical. All right? Then of course we have our plurals. What is nosotros? We. Remember, and ladies, I will always be apologizing for this. Spanish is a very chauvinistic language, okay, where the masculine form is the preferred form. And so in many cases, we do divide everything along gender. And so, what is nosotras?
Also, we, but all girls.
Yeah. So if Ashira and, I want to say Lily? Wanted to tell me that they are bored, they would say, Santos, nosotras are bored in this class. Estamos aburridas. All right? So they would do the feminine form. If our invisible Colin was here with Doug, they would use the masculine form. Okay? But remember, if it's Doug and, oh my gosh, green sweater. ¿Cómo te llamas? Alina. Were to complain about how boring this class is, what form do they use if it's Doug and Alina? Nosotros, the masculine, okay? And in fact, don't hate him, all right, por favor. But if all y'all's collectively as a class wanted to tell me, Santos, this class sucks, we're bored, guess what you'd all have to use? Nosotros, because there is one male present. Doug's like, I'm sorry. Yeah.
There's vosotros on here?
Only in
Yeah.
Spain.
I know. My high school didn't do vosotros.
Might have done Latin American, Spanish.
I was never
Well,
taught.
I guess we are gonna learn something,
I
aren't we?
never was taught anything in vosotros because my teacher, our school just.
Welcome to college.
Yeah, we touched
All
on
right.
it briefly. I didn't even get any.
Well, I think I learned about vosotros for 2 days, and then they were like, but no one uses this anymore.
I have no clue how it works.
Oh, okay. Well then, let's slow down. Senor Santos does use vosotros, even though I am Mexican, because I want you to have a complete Spanish education, which includes vosotros. So, it's really, really easy once you get the hang of it. The difference between tú and usted, okay? Vosotros is just a plural tú, okay? So, friends, family, people who are younger, okay? People that are like lower, like, you know, teacher, student, doctor, patient, priest, Catholic, okay, whatever, all right, congregant, that's the word, sorry, I drew a blank, okay, well, vosotros, you're talking to a group of friends, okay, you're talking to more than one member of your family, you're talking, in my case, I'm talking to a group of young people, of course, because I am your teacher, I am talking to a group of my students.
But you're not included in vosotros.
No, because I'm talking to you. The problem with English is that you, okay? Although there are some regional differences, if you've ever heard y'all, that would be this.
We got taught y'all was AOS, AOS, ustedes.
No, that would be you all. Okay?
Oh, okay.
All right? Kind of like, 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 kind
We got talking
as opposed
you
to
all
y'all.
and y'all. That's how.
Yeah,
Once
okay.
you got with
Now,
Latin Americans.
Now, some of you correctly pointed out, señoritas, you pointed out that what is the only country that uses this?
Spain.
Spain. Okay. Everywhere else where they speak Spanish, the other 20 Spanish-speaking countries uses ustedes, okay, which is basically the plural of usted. So you're talking to strangers, business people, older people, etc., people you don't know. Well, you're talking to a group of people you don't know, a group of strangers, a group of old people, okay? And yes, in Latin America, it would be also friends, family, everything, okay? Now, why is Mr. Sampras going to make you learn this? Glad you asked. Many reasons. One, I'm a jerk. Ask Ashira. Okay? Number two, or I was going to say ask my ex-wife. All right? Yeah, she'll agree too. Number two, I like to give you as much of a Spanish thing as possible. Okay? I don't think it's fair to just limit you, even though granted Spain is only one country, but to limit you to just like one region. Okay? Number three, and this is what really, kind of touches me. No, that's number four. Number three, you never know when you might end up in Spain, and you'll appreciate that you learned this. Okay? No, for real. So I mean, one day you're just like, oh shit, how did I end up in Madrid? True story. In college, that happened to me, except it was Idaho. I was like, wait, I'm in Idaho? Oh, yeah, okay. The things that happen when you're young. All right, so you might end up in Spain, okay? And of course, number four, the one that most of these I'm kind of half joking, but the serious one is that it's always my goal is to convert some of you to learn like Spanish as a major, become a Spanish teacher and like all that other stuff. And while right now you're only at Español dos, okay, when you end up taking like much higher level Spanish, you do use the vosotros quite a bit in written Spanish, especially if you have to read literature, okay? Some people are like, but Santos, you already know the language. Yeah, and I'm sure Tai here knows English, but when she starts sitting down and reading Shakespeare, that requires a slightly different skill set. It's the same thing in Espanol. I had to read the Spanish equivalent of Shakespeare, which is Cervantes. Not actual Shakespeare, but
I can imagine how bad that is.
yeah, 15th century Spanish? Hell yeah. No, 16th century, sorry. Hell yeah, it's bad. But the fact that I already had this background though, with like some of the older words and the written stuff, really helps out, okay? And every now and then people come back and tell me, oh, hey, Santos, guess what? I became a Spanish teacher. And yeah, I needed that in grad school. I needed the vosotros type of thing. So I was glad that I learned it. Okay, so yes. Now, where were we? Oh, AR verbs. I hope I don't have to remind you, but if I do, that's why we're here. Remember that you drop the AR when it comes to the AR verbs. So what does hablar mean? To talk, yes. Any AR verb. Drop the AR, o, as, amos. Don't put an X because it's ice. It's literally simple. You do need an accent mark though, and on, all right? And of course, if you've had to skip it all these years, it might be a little hard to remember, but o as a amos ais an, o as a amos ais an. Whenever I've had to study a language, that's what I do, top to bottom, left to right, o as a amos ais an, okay? You'll be singing it in your sleep. Girl in the green hoodie. All right, lo siento. Alina, I'm trying. I promise I'll get it at some point. Shut up.
To remember.
It's a Spanish name. How can I forget?
It's actually Polish.
It's also Spanish.
Really?
Yeah.
My mom got it off a Polish website. That's how it is. So.
It's funny because a lot of Spanish names and like Eastern European names tend to be very, very similar. And the way both Sarahs spell theirs, that's a Spanish name, Sara. No H, because we hate H's.
The H is the Jewish one.
Names like Maria, like I've met Russian women like Maria and Olga and Yelena, and I'm just like, wait, why do you have Mexican names? They're like, we're Russian, okay? Even my first name, people are like, that's a Russian name or that's a Polish name, and I'm just like, oh, okay. My name's Roman, but they're like, oh yeah, Roman Polanski, like the famous director / child molester. But anyways, yeah, okay. Anyways, lo siento, señoritas y Doug. Por favor, take un momento then, okay? And, ¿qué hora es? Oh, mucho tiempo. Oh, yeah. Okay, so take un momento and fill in the blanks, por favor, with the correct form of the AR verb, including the vosotros. I was going to say sierra is also a Spanish word. It actually means mountain range.
My mom spells it different. There's a teacher.
Yeah, but I was like, yeah, you're mountain range. Hello, mountain range. Let's see. So just for the sake of time, because yo tengo hambre, numero uno then. And we'll do a little bit of vocab review. Does anyone remember what mandar? To send. Okay, so mandar means to send. Read out the first sentence, por favor, with your conjugated verb. Ty?
Mando unos mensaje a mi amiga.
Muy bien, yo mando. I send a message to my friend. Just so you know, in Espanol, when people say sending a message, they're referring to texts. Although younger people now, people your age, are saying el texto, just add an O to the word text. So, yo mando un texto a mi amiga. I sent my friend a text. Okay? Número dos, anyone remember what estudiar? To study. Okay? So, Alina, por favor.
Él estudia español.
Él estudia español. He studies Spanish. Número tres, what is tomar?
To take.
To take or?
To eat or drink.
Actually, just to drink. All right? But yes. So, tomar has two completely different meanings. One is to take, one is to drink. How do you know the difference?
Context.
Yes, the context will tell you. So, Doug, por favor, número tres.
I can't promise you I'm gonna get this right, but
I'm sure you will.
we take
No, read it in Spanish.
Nosotros tomamos el tren en las nieves.
I was like, oh, you're all translating. Although you started right, we take. So in this case, nosotros tomamos el tren. Are we drinking the train? Probably not. So in this case, it means to take. Nosotros tomamos el tren. Okay. Número cuatro, anyone remember buscar? To look for. Okay, the for, F-O-R, is important. Okay, so cierra, por favor. Buscan la clase. Muy bien. So you all are looking for the class. Okay. Número cinco, what is escuchar?
To listen to.
To listen. So, señorita Purich, por favor. Muy bien. Tú escuchas. You're listening to CDs. For you really young ones, that's what music used to come on before you could download it. Okay, you guys.
We're not
You're not that young. Okay, all right. Because I know I've had to explain it before. Let's see. Número seis. We already know this word. So, por favor, Lily.
Yo hablo español.
And you do it great too. Yo hablo español. I speak Spanish. Número siete, what is tocar?
To touch or play.
To touch or play. If it means to play though, what are you playing?
An instrument.
Instrument or something musical. Ashira.
Ella toca la flauta.
Ella toca la flauta. Flauta means flute. So while it can mean she's doing this to the flute, more than likely it means to play it. Okay? Número ocho, what is trabajar?
To work.
To work. Okay? Cortland, por favor. Yo trabajo todos los días. I work every day. Número nueve, what is cantar?
To sing.
To sing. So, Sarah in the back, por favor.
I didn't get to this one.
Okay, that's all right. It is the ellas form. So you're going to drop the AR, bottom right, okay? So it would be ellas cantan muy mal. They sing really bad or really poorly, sorry. Should use proper English, okay? Número 10, does anyone remember what regresar? To return. Now, regresar can mean to return to a place or to return a thing to someone, like, yo regreso el polígrafo, okay? This one's a little tricky because I put the subject at the end, but I know Ty saw right through that. So, número 10.
¿A qué hora regresan ellos?
Muy bien. ¿A qué hora regresan ellos? What time do they come back? So in this case, we're talking about returning to a place. Número 11. Anyone remember what comprar?
To buy.
To buy. So, Lina?
Usted compra el libro en la librería.
Muy bien. Usted compra el libro en la librería. You bought the book in the bookstore. Okay. Número 12. This actually involves your eyes. What is time?
¿Puedo ir al baño?
Oh, sí.
¿Dónde está el baño?
Para las mujeres. You either go around the corner and at the end there's a gender neutral one, or if you go left, right before the hallway turns, it's like actually inside of the nook. It's a strictly ladies' room. Okay, nada. Okay, y'all don't have to ask me to go to the bathroom. Just FYI, I should have told her that too. It's not high school. You guys can just go. You're adults. All right. It literally. Now, some teachers will get bothered by it. I don't. I literally don't care as long as you're quiet and don't like trip over shit. You're fine. Okay. Like that. All right. Thank you for the example. You do that, yes, it will bother me. But if you just okay, you're good to go. All right, so what does mirar mean?
Watch.
To watch, okay, or to look at, yes, okay. So Doug, por favor.
Nosotros miramos la televisión.
We watch TV, okay. I guess you could look at the TV, but that makes no sense. All right, so yes, we watch TV. Número 13, number 13, what is pagar?
Pay for.
To pay or to pay for. Muy bien. So, Sierra,
No.
it ends with an AN. Muy bien. So, ellas no pagan por sus libros con cheque. They didn't pay for their books with a check. They probably used cash. All right. 14 is one of those times where Spanish and English are like, this is a freebie, almost. Sara, up here, I need a way to tell you to apart. Por favor.
Vosotros español todos los días.
Muy bien. Vosotros practicáis, all y'alls practice Spanish every day. At least I hope you do. Okay, even if it's the Taco Bell menu, okay, you're practicing your Espanol, like tacos and tostadas and gorditas and all that good stuff. All right, number 15, what is enseñar?
Teach.
To teach. Hopefully what I am doing. So Lily?
Nosotros enseñamos en la escuela secundaria.
Perfecto. Now, in Espanol, high school is translated as secondary school. So we teach at the high school. Nosotros enseñamos en la escuela secundaria. We've already done this verb. So Ashira, number 16, número 16.
Vosotros habléis en la cafetería.
Muy bien. Vosotros habláis en la cafetería. All y'all talk in the cafeteria. Okay. Now, desear literally means to desire, but it can also mean to want. All right. Now, some of you might be like, isn't querer? Yes, it is, but we'll learn that in chapter 3/4. Okay. So we'll get to it. All right. So Cortland, por favor, number 17. Muy bien, like I desire or I want to be at the museum all day, okay? 18, we've already done this one, so Sarah in the back, if you can read it.
I also didn't get to this one.
All right, so ella, bottom left-hand corner, so you're gonna drop the AR and you just add an A, okay? So ella estudia español y francés. She studies Spanish and French. Okay. 19, what does bailar mean?
To dance.
To dance. So, Alina,
Vosotras bailas muy bien.
you all dance really well. Okay. Vosotras bailáis muy bien. And then the last one, here's another one where Spanish and English just give you a freebie. Necesitar does mean what it looks like. So Doug, finish that one off for us.
Ella necesita más dinero.
Muy bien. She needs more money. Don't we all, though? Ella necesita más dinero. Okay? Before we finish for the day, I'd like to drop more papers. And remember that in addition to AR verbs, we also have verbs that end in ER and verbs that end in IR. Okay? And of course, the grammar concept is the same, where depending on the subject, will dictate what the ending of the verb will be. As I've mentioned before, for those of you that had me before, if you're good at recognizing and looking for patterns, one of the things that I tell students, when you're talking about yourself, yo, what should your verb always end in? O. Yo, o. Yo hablo, yo vivo, yo como. If you're talking about yourself and it doesn't end in O, you did something wrong, okay? Did you find it? Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, there is a lack of female restrooms up here on the second floor. Yeah, don't worry, all the female faculty have complained, like for years.
It's a hike.
So, maybe someday. Okay, I'm going on a tangent here. You know what's really, I don't want to say it's bad, but it's not good. The restroom that's around the corner, it used to be a women's room, a ladies' room exclusively. And then when, stuff started changing and they mandated that there be gender neutral bathrooms as well, they took the ladies' room, all right? They could have taken, because there's a men's room right there, and then there's like literally another one right on the other side. They took the ladies' room and made that into a gender neutral bathroom, as opposed to taking one of the men's rooms and making it a gender neutral bathroom. And it's just,
And now they had to replace the ladies' room, right?
yeah, so it's like, they haven't done it. It's been almost like 6-7 years and they haven't, despite
Well,
complaints.
If
And,
you have 3 bathrooms, men's, women's, gender neutral is kind of the obvious one would assume, I guess.
well, there's 3 men's rooms, 1 ladies' room, and 1 gender neutral, which like makes no sense at all. Okay, because, and if you've ever like read the studies, like women's rooms need more space because of stalls versus urinals and stuff like that, and so it's kind of like, yeah, let's get rid of the ladies.
The one bathroom that there is.
Yeah,
It's one stall.
Basically.
And have it open for anybody to walk in and just stand right there and wait for you to come out of the stall. It's
Yeah.
pressuring.
I know I can't perform under pressure either, so it's bad.
I've been in front of someone.
Anyways, okay, so yeah, that's a discussion for a sociology class. Drop the ER, the IR, okay, add your ending, and like I said, the yo form always has an O, so if you don't end in O, you're doing something wrong. In addition, okay, you also have a couple other patterns. For those of you that are new to the vosotros form, okay, vosotros always has an accent mark, okay? There are accent rules and stuff like that, but honestly, it was just easier for me to remember. Vosotros has an accent, okay? The AR has an accent on the A. The ER has the accent on the E. The IR, well, you have no choice, but it's on the I, okay? Because every now and then, I would like put it on all the I's. And my teacher would be like, little Santos, no, okay? It goes on the A, goes on the E. So just remember that. ER verb, vosotros, accent on the E. AR verb, vosotros, accent on the A, okay? So it kind of helps, all right? So last thing, última cosa para hoy, señoritas. Sí. You want to, do you go by anything else, Sarah? No? What about you, Sarah? Like, guess I could go Bosnian Sarah? No. Although I did meet you first, so you're Sarah 1, Sarah 2.
That's fine.
Okay, está bien. So you're Dos.
Yeah. I've been Sarah 2 before. My neighbor's name is Sarah.
So you're Sarah. Okay, so Sara Uno, you'll be Uno. Because I met you first, and you're Sara Dos. Although I gotta give you snaps on your backpack, because I think we have the exact same one, except mine's in black.
Oh, yeah.
Although who knows, you just became Uno and Purich became the... God damn it. What backpack does he have? Oh, so same as before. Fill in the blank, por favor, with the correct form of the verbo.